Hey guys, how you doing? Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your NBA previews and predictions for a Thursday, November 4th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by bballpicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. You want to follow the top scorers each and every day right here at bballpicks.com. Our leader is still Eddie O from Montreal at 923. Ovens B. Michael is at 819. And Ron Raymond, yours truly, at 768. And those are your top three pickers right now at bballpicks.com. And we'll check it back at the end of the show. I'll show you how you can get my picks for free and how you can follow other great pickers right here at bballpicks.com. All right, let's take a look at the NBA betting markets to see what has come in the last 7 days and overall on the season. As you can see, if you are betting NBA favorites, you're winning 7 out of every 10 bets. In fact, on the season, we're hitting at 70.3% straight up with the favorites in the last 7 days, 71.7%. And if you're looking at the underdogs, 28.3% the last 7 days. And against the point spread, pretty much a neutral market. As you can see right here, all yellow on the 7-day average. And last night, the favorites went 7-4 against the point spread. In fact, it's the favorites are now on a 2-day run on the point spread. But on the 7-day run, we are in a neutral market, 48.7. Compare that to 52.5 on the season. We are still in a neutral market when it comes to betting the NBA point spread. All right, looking at the 7-day average and the over-under, we are in a bearish market for overs. The unders have come in at a high rate. In fact, on the season, 63.3. On the 7-day average, 67.3. So, folks, the only thing I can really recommend in this situation, anytime you're in a bullish or bearish market when it comes to size, totals, or the point spread, we can't predict. I don't have a crystal ball to tell you when this is going to stop, or when the favorites are going to start, have a reversal, when the overs are going to start cashing in. The only thing you can really control is the amount of units you're going to wager on the game. So if you're a 1 to 5 unit player, maybe you want to scale back to 1 to 2 units betting totals until we get back into a neutral market. All right, but which one of these teams are really hot at the moment? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a comparison on why it's important to keep an eye on the markets. And I'll do it for NBA and NFL, just to show you the bullish, the bearish, and the neutral teams. And in the NBA right now, we are, as I call, fat cat heavy into the bullish teams, right? Look at all these teams that are bullish right now. We're talking about Miami, Utah, Golden State, Chicago, Cleveland, Dallas, Brooklyn, Toronto, Philadelphia, and the Lakers. Now, when you look at all these teams right here, I grade them A, B, and C-type teams. A-type teams are teams that are 60% or higher. B are 50 to 59.9. And C-type teams are below 500. And looking at the win percentage of these teams, there's only one team that's on a 50 in the 50% range, and that's the B team right here, Cleveland Cavaliers. They're the only B team in the bullish sector. So keep an eye out on Cleveland and see where this goes for the rest of the next couple of days. Here's all your neutral teams. So all the teams in yellow are neutral. These are teams from a market psychology point of view. You and the bookmaker have could take them or leave them type attitude. And the teams that are bearish, these are teams that have low public confidence level, but they probably have the best price when you're shopping around for the point spread or even the money line. And that's Orlando, San Antonio, Oklahoma, Houston, Detroit, and the New Orleans Pelicans. Those are your bearish teams for Thursday, November 4th. Now, let's do a little comparison between the NFL and the NBA. So you can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bullish teams. And you look at the NFL, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I think the NHL has about 8. And this just to give you an idea of the cycles, when you're betting into cycles in the NBA, always keep an eye on the bearish and the bullish teams. So this way you have an idea what's coming in, right? And I find the yellow teams, these are the teams that have the most value when you're betting. And you can see here the NBA, just there's not as many as the NFL. So if you're betting NFL this weekend, I feel that you got a good chance if you like underdogs or favorites, because we're mostly in a neutral market in the NFL compared to the NBA, which were pretty much balanced except for the bearish. There's still not a lot of bearish teams right here. But I think you're going to see a couple of these teams like Cleveland. This is a B-type team. They could work their way down to the B pool, but the neutral pool. So we'll see what happens right there. And all these teams with 5-2 records, one more loss and they get into the neutral. But the thing is, and this is where, when I look at it from a micro and macro point of view, teams that are neutral, that are 4-3, when we say Memphis wins tonight or the next game, they're 5-2, they go to the Bull Club. But what goes up must come down. So it's like you're exchanging, a dollar for a dollar here, right? Here, this team's going to go up, but Cleveland, you lost, you come down. So there's always that exchange, and that's why it's important to always keep an eye out on the markets. All right, let's get to your forecast. And we're using the new system forecast. This is, to me, and then if you're wondering what is the system, it's when any NBA team from the past has been in the exact situation these two teams are in tonight. I go get the, for instance, go get Detroit, any team that's a +6 to +9, or let me see here. If I go to if I just click on it, and we give it a range, right? So any team that's a 3.5 to 6.5 point underdog, totals between 205 to 210. What's the team record and average score of those previous teams out of 352 games? We break down a formula and we give you what the forecast should be, and we also give you what the chances of winning straight up, the chance of covering the spread, and the chance of those teams going under the total based on previous games. And you can see at the end here, 352, 347. These are all past teams or past games that were in the exact situation these teams are in here tonight. All right, Sixers taking on the Pistons. Now, Sixers coming off that big win last night over the Bulls, and they're a 6-point road favorite. The over-under is set at 209, and we do like Philly tonight, 105 to 102, and the over-under to land at approximately 207. So it does like it to go under the total. Now, the chances of winning the game straight up, 64.4% for the Sixers, only 35.5% for the Pistons. Chance of covering, 51.1% compared to 46.8%. And both these teams have a good chance of going under the total at 45.1%. And we are in a unders market. Boston taking on the Miami Heat. Now the Heat, a 7-point favorite. The over-under at 215.5. We do like the Heat winning tonight, 112 to 104. The over-under to land at approximately, so if you round it off, so that's 113 and 220. So we do like it to go over the total, and a 77.5% chance of winning for Miami, 22.1% based on 347 past games for the underdog in this spot, and the chance of covering the spread, 49.8% for the Heat, 46.6% for the Boston Celtics. Both teams, 46.6% chance of going under tonight in Miami. Utah taking on Atlanta. This is the game of the night between the Jazz and the Hawks. Now the Jazz, a 1.5 point favorite. The over-under set at 220.5. And we do have a tight game in this one. Look at this. 109 to 108. The over-under to land at approximately about 117. You round it off to 218. So we like it to go under the total. 56.7% chance of winning here tonight for the Jazz compared to 41.9% for the Hawks. 45.1% chance of covering the spread for Atlanta. 52.9% for the Jazz. And the chance of this game going under the total is at 54.8%. Meaning you got about a 46% chance of this game going over the total tonight in Atlanta. Houston taking on the Phoenix Suns. The Suns a 10.5 point favorite. The over-under set at 217.5. ATS forecast, computer pick. Gonna lean with Phoenix in this one by 11. 115 to 104. The over-under land on 219. So it does like it to go over the total. 84.5% chance of winning for the Suns compared to 15.4% for the Rockets. However, the Rockets do lead in the chance of covering department, 52.6% compared to 45.2%. And the chance of this game going under the total tonight is at 44.6%. And that's based on 188 games. And your last game of the night will be at the Staples Center between the Lakers and the Thunder. The Lakers a 14-point favorite. The over-under is set at 216.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, sees a Laker victory by 16. 116 to 100. The over-under to land here at 216.9. So it does like it to go a hair over the total. Got to do quick math there. But look at this. Only a 1.6% chance of winning tonight for the Thunder compared to 98.3%, and that's based on 62 previous games in the database, but 51.6% chance of covering for the Thunder, 45% for the LA Lakers, and the chance of this game going under the total is at 46.7%. Now, folks, if you want to do a recap on this, you can go to the website, atsstats.com, and if you go to the front page, you're going to see the picture of Kyler Murray right here. Click on this system forecast, and then once you get into the forecast, go to NBA, and that's where we get the forecast each and every day, which I present to you here on our YouTube channel. Again, if you're interested in getting my picks for free each and every day, I'm the third top scorer right now at bballpicks.com. That's right, bballpicks.com. And if you go to most followed, look for the number 23. I'm a Jordan fan right there. Click on follow my picks, and then go to your following page right here. And then you can see my selections along with everybody else's that I'm following in your roster and your the people that you're scouting, and then you compare your picks with their picks, and then you take the best picks, and then you get to the winner's circle hopefully at the end of the night. All right, there you have it. That is the NBA report here. Only 5 games, but you know what? A little bit of explanation, and I think it's a good with only 5 games, give you a bit of an idea on how we come up with our thought process here at atsstats.com. In the meantime, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back shortly with another Raymond report. Cheers.